Hey guys, what's going on? It's CruZzAve here and I welcome each and every one of you to a brand new tutorial video for our channel, The Guide. And today we're going to take a look on probably the most important passing technique in the game, the 1-2 pass. In FIFA, for your passing game, the 1-2 passes are your bread and butter, and so today I'll explain to you guys how to play a 1-2 pass, the advantages and disadvantages of this technique and some other factors that play into it, and then in a follow-up video we will have an advanced tutorial on passing combinations in offense in order to create chances. I'll hope you look forward to that, and now let's get right into the video. If you haven't seen it yet, I would definitely recommend you to check out our passing basics video, because all the fundamentals from that one will apply to this passing technique as well. It's linked in the top right corner, and also there will be linked the concept videos on ball contacts and decision making as a FIFA player, and these can also help you to understand better how to utilize the 1-2 pass to its maximum potential. With that out of the way, let's take a look on how to actually play a 1-2 pass. The mechanics are very simple. While playing a pass, you just have to hold L1 on PlayStation or LB on Xbox, and when you do that, your player will play the pass and then start a run. So we call that initiating a 1-2 pass. And after your player starts making that run, you decide if and when you will play the second part of the 1-2 pass, because as we will show in this video, a lot of the power of this technique lies in the run that gets initiated and not necessarily in playing the second part of the pass. You have to wait and see how exactly the situation plays out, and if it's actually the best option completing the 1-2, or if there are better ones like going for a shot or another pass. Let's take a look at these two examples to see how different the outcome can be when initiating 1-2 passes. In this first one, the opponent is very aggressive, he rushes forward with his center back Ramos, and I initiate the 1-2 pass with Nedved, and as you can see after that he quickly starts the run forward, and since the opponent pulled out his defender, I have a lot of space in front of me, and obviously it's worth and the best option here to play the second part of the 1-2 pass, in this example a low through ball, which we also have a tutorial on, by the way. You can check it out right now in the top right corner. However, in this example I initiate the 1-2 on the wing, and the opponent this time is not that aggressive. He even makes a little step backwards after I play the pass, and I then complete the 1-2 without taking a look first how the situation will play out, and therefore I lose the ball because the left back is in a good position to cover the run. Here we have a similar situation, and this time I do it much better. I initiate the 1-2 with Neymar, and I see that the opponent blocks my run and then covers it for the following few meters, and so there is no way to play a successful through ball here, and that's why I continue my attack through the center. The job of the 1-2 is done. The opponent had to cover the wing for some moment, and then I would even have an option for a very good through ball here in the center. I missed the timing and can't create a chance, but it's still a good example to showcase how you can gain a little bit of profit from initiating but then not completing a 1-2 pass. It's important to note that you can also play a 1-2 pass with the first touch of your player without receiving the ball first. For that you just have to make the input for a 1-2 pass a few meters before the ball gets to your player. And also you can initiate multiple 1-2 passes, which will result in multiple runs by your players in build-up play and offense, which gives your attack a lot of movement and dynamics. Next up we have the section pros and cons, because I feel like this one fits really well with this passing technique, since the 1-2 pass has a lot of advantages but also some disadvantages. Let's take a look at the pro arguments first, beginning with the build-up play. Here the 1-2 pass can really help you to get out of your own half, to counter high pressure, because if the opponent rushes forward with a few players and tries to pressure you early in your own half, then you need to have movement of your players in order to play around the opponent's defenders, to form triangles, go for passing combinations and use the space that the opponent opens up behind his defenders when going forward. Also, 1-2 passes are essential in order to create runs and therefore chances in offense. I hear a lot of players complaining, my players never make runs, I have no movement in my attacks, I get stuck, I don't have ideas. Well, you can form your ideas and you can initiate runs by using the 1-2 pass, and then you can play around that, and you will see how much more dynamic your attacks will get once you start playing a lot of passes with the L1 button. Here you can see an example where I play a first touch 1-2 pass with Mbappe, so he immediately starts running forward and I can complete the 1-2 with a through ball, and after that go for a low driven finish that we also have a tutorial on and score the goal. And last but not least, something I already mentioned earlier a bit, which is that 1-2 passes give your opponent tasks in form of movement forward from your players that he has to take care of. If he doesn't defend those runs by himself manually by selecting a defender, running backwards, covering the space, then he will most likely in a 90-minute game concede some goals because the AI will fail to defend all those runs, and so you can score easy goals. And if you initiate 1-2s and the opponent defends all of them, well, that gives you time on the ball, that gives you some space to breathe, especially against good players who normally would pressure you a lot if there are no runs to defend. So it's very important that you have movement in offense in order to also be able to go for a dribbling, maybe a long shot or another passing combination. For the cons, I also want to start with a build-up play, because here you have to be a bit careful when initiating 1-2s with your central midfielders. As you can see in this example with Pogba, I play a 1-2 pass to my right back and then I play to my center back, and after that, since Pogba is running straight forward and I didn't play the ball back to him immediately, I then have no option to play the pass through my midfield, and I'm stuck in my own half without any option to get the ball forward safely. If you then also lose the ball because you run out of options, you're panicking a bit maybe, and you're making a stupid choice for a pass like in this example, then your opponent will have a good time counterattacking, because not only did you lose the ball in build-up play, but also you pulled out your central midfielders who want to defend in front of your back line, since you initiated 1-2s with them and they ran forward. So you have to be really careful, and that not only in your own half but also in offense around the opponent's box, because if you push too many men forward and then a pass from you gets intercepted, you will run into dangerous counterattacks. And to finish it out, you have to be careful that you don't get stuck in similar attacking patterns, because in general playing 1-2 passes is great, but if it's all that you're trying to do, then it will get very easy for the opponent to anticipate your next steps, because you can clearly see which runs are getting indicated. And so you have to mix it up, especially if you play formations like the 4-1-2-1-2 narrow. Then don't get stuck in playing the same 1-2 passes between your strikers all the time, but try instead to go for some variations, different patterns, and mix it up so that you can always surprise your opponent. To sum it up, the use of 1-2 passes in your game is crucial, not only in the offense but also in build-up play, to counter high pressure, to play around defenders, to use the space behind them, and also to move your team forward and then in the offense create chances. But you should be very careful with your fullbacks and central midfielders when initiating those passes with them, because if you then lose the ball, it will get dangerous when the opponent goes for counterattacks. And you should also think very carefully if the second pass has a good chance of reaching the receiver, and only then play it if you think that the through ball or whatever pass you're trying to play has a good chance of getting to your player. Otherwise, continue your attack by maybe initiating another 1-2 pass and seeing how the situation plays out. Initiate multiple runs, or go for a dribbling or a long shot. You have different options because your opponent will be occupied covering everything that's going on in your attack. That's it for today's video, guys. I hope it has been helpful to you. As I mentioned in the intro already, we will follow this up with an advanced passing video that will show you some combinations in the offense, how to utilize these 1-2 passes and also first touch / one touch passes in order to create chances in offense. Leave a thumbs up if you're looking forward to that, and also check out our coaching website. Subscribe to the channel if you don't want to miss any further video of the guide. I'll better talk to you in the next one. See you then. Much love. Peace.